Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So it's officially in. Coinbase has sued the SEC. They're accusing the federal regulators of trying to cut out the crypto industry from American markets through a deliberate and concerted effort. This is big, guys. Coming from Good Morning Crypto here on Twitter, Coinbase confronts federal agencies over denied access to crypto regulatory documents. Here's what's going on. Coinbase has initiated legal action against the SEC and Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, as reported by Fox Business. The U.S. crypto exchange demands access to documents detailing the regulator's stance on crypto regulation. The lawsuit, filed in Washington, D.C. District Court, aims to uncover what Coinbase describes as a coordinated effort by financial authorities to block crypto firms from the U.S. banking system. Coinbase, where were you back in December of 2020 when the SEC decided to sue Ripple? Oh yeah, that's right. You decided to delist XRP. Well, now it's coming back to bite you, and it's unfortunate because it's biting everybody in the butt right now. For years, financial regulators, including the SEC, the FDIC, and the Federal Reserve Board, have used every tool at their disposal to try to cripple the digital asset industry, stated a Coinbase spokeswoman. The company's legal move targets the refusal of the SEC and FDIC to provide information requested under some FOIA requests there that they put in, including details on SEC investigation and the FDIC's pause letters sent to banks asking for any crypto activity to be paused. Moreover, Coinbase's lawsuit accused the SEC and FDIC of using similar grounds for denying Coinbase the information it's seeking, such as whether the head figures at the agencies are using coordinated pressure tactics to choke off the $2 trillion digital asset industry from the lifeblood of the federal banking system. This is a big lawsuit, guys. This is a big case. Basically, Coinbase calling them on it, saying you are actively trying to demolish, destroy the crypto industry from accessing the banking sector, from being part of the banking sector, and we're here to sue you. So, too little, too late. I don't know at this point. I mean, it has been a tough slog for us. I roll my eyes and shake my head at stories like this because, had Coinbase been there in December of 2020 alongside Ripple, this outcome could have looked a heck of a lot better. But no, instead, all eyes were on Ripple to see how they were going to handle the SEC. The XRP price did not rally to the extent that it probably could have. I did a video on that this morning, which you guys can catch. I'll link it up here in the top right-hand corner if you didn't see it. But yeah, here we go, dragging our feet, hoping that this thing gets sorted out. And hopefully it's timed well for this next bull run so that we can finally thrive and cash out to maximize profits. For more information on what I'm doing this bull run, you can follow me at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. I'm sure you guys know what the Patreon's all about by now. MUFG and Krungsri Bank Finovate invest $195 million in Thailand's Ascend Money. Now, guys, check this out. These are two Ripple partners, MUFG and Krungsri. Ascend Money is a Thai company and has 30 million active users and a strong presence in customer payments and financial services. The companies are partnering together with major businesses like True Corp and 7-Eleven. Ascend Money is currently expanding its digital lending business and leveraging its customer base. So MUFG has been actively expanding its commercial business in the Asia Pacific region, which it considers its second home market, investing in various digital startups and tech firms since 2020. Notably, investments include Grab, Home Credit, Akulaku, the establishment of Garuda Fund, and DMI Finance. The bank also launched the MUFG openly connected digital ecosystem in 2023 to foster knowledge sharing among its invested companies. And now, guys, these two Ripple companies are working together to fund the company Ascend Money. So Ascend Money is a promising fintech player in Thailand with widespread penetration in the country's customer segment and deep understanding of their daily payments and financial requirements. With this investment, we are making a significant contribution to the ongoing development of Thailand's digital economy and financial inclusion, further underscoring MUFG's commitment to the sustainable development of the country and broader region as a whole. That was from the senior managing corporate executive at MUFG. We also have another quote here. We are delighted to welcome MUFG's joint investment in Ascend Money alongside existing investors. This is a significant milestone for Ascend Money, which not only validates our commitment to innovation and financial inclusion in Thailand, but also demonstrates a growing interest and confidence in Ascend Money's potential. So this is great news, ultimately for Ascend Money, but also, guys, notice two Ripple partners, one of them part of the Japanese banking consortium, MUFG, and Krungsri, both looking to upgrade financial technology and help that permeate more of Thailand's economy. So some great news there. Also happen to see this, guys, from Kenya's KCB Bank. They've tapped Ripple partner dLocal for remittances specifically more than a year after receiving a payment service provider license from the Central Bank of Kenya. The Ugandan payment company dLocal has signed a collaboration agreement with the Kenya Commercial Bank, or KCB. KCB's bank approval of dLocal facilitates the flow of remittances through the country's official banking system. According to dLocal, working directly with KCB eliminates the need for third-party involvement, making transactions cheaper, faster, and more dependable for its clients. Obtaining licensing in Kenya is an exciting milestone for us. Here's another quote. As Africa's fifth largest inbound remittance market, many other markets look to Kenya for regulatory frameworks and offerings. This coming from John O'Brien, Chief Revenue Officer at dLocal. This new approval will provide a fast, streamlined, and reliable option to Kenyan customers and paves the way for further growth for dLocal's payment solutions. So another classic example here of a Ripple partner permeating new markets, guys. Originally, it was Flutterwave really kind of hitting it home in Africa, but dLocal, a Ugandan company, also doing their part, receiving a service provider license from the Central Bank of Kenya, and now making the economy in Kenya more streamlined, leveraging RippleNet technology for these specific transfers. And again, we got to remember, Africa is the home of many countries that have their own currencies. You know, you got to think all these different currencies, all the countries in Africa use their own fiat. So how many of you can even name one African fiat currency off the top of your head? Probably, it's likely you're capping out at 2 or 3. There are currencies in every single one of these countries, and to find the liquidity historically has been a headache. So, XRP, RippleNet technology, is certainly a godsend to a lot of these people, the unbanked and the underbanked in these poorer countries around the world. So, great news there coming from dLocal. Guys, I also happen to see this from VChain, another great cryptocurrency project here from Eisenreich. VChain introduces EVEarn.org to reward eco-friendly Tesla drivers. So VChain has been moving towards more sustainability. VChain is seeking to reward electric EV drivers through its newly launched Change to Earn initiative. As Crypto Newsflash reported, VChain partnered with EVEarn.org, a new initiative. It will work exclusively with Tesla, the world leader in EV sales. The new app will connect directly to the EV's computer system to monitor the energy the car consumes and the distance traveled. In return, it will reward them with charging discounts and other incentives. The drivers also get to receive B3TR tokens. So all part of VChain's initiative for a more streamlined approach to a climate-friendly world. I know ideologically maybe some of you guys are on the fence about this project, but at the same time, you got to think where the world is going, where organizations like the WEF, the World Bank, the IMF, where they want us to be as plebes of the earth, and where the economy will likely go. I mean, this is the reason why they're revamping the whole financial system, so that they can usher in a grand collapse, but they've already found the solution. And so, even though this is not for finance specifically, VChain is going to be, I think, a very important, influential cryptocurrency company moving forward. They're in the top 20 during the last bull run. They are part of my legacy portfolio, so I do hold some VChain tokens, but also part of the $15,000 plus portfolio that you guys can find over there at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. Anyway, more great news here coming from the VChain camp. Wanted to thank Eisenreich for posting that. Speaking of a new financial system, guys, wanted to show you a couple of clips courtesy of Zoom here. Take a look at this, let it process, and then think about it in terms of XRP adoption.
Prevents money laundering in theory and all that kind of thing. But what the BRICS nations are doing is saying, well, we don't need to use the SWIFT system because we don't want to be subjected again to U.S. sanctions, because if the U.S. is sanctioning you, you can't move money using that SWIFT system. So what's really interesting is, number one, they're creating a payment system that would go around SWIFT. But how do you do that when you have 5 major countries that all have their own currencies? And one of the ways they're doing that is by using possibly cryptocurrency to do that. That would translate their currencies into a single cryptocurrency that is then used through the system and then formulated, I guess, when it gets into their country, back into their own personal currency.
They're trying to get out from under dollar hegemony, and that's going to happen.
And then there goes the power of the U.S. to impose these sanctions, right?
Correct, because if you, first of all, they're all building alternate payment systems. Even the German foreign minister the other day said Europe needs an alternate payment system. They could do cryptocurrencies. I'm not saying buy Bitcoin. Again, this whole alternate system, it's being created now. This is not science fiction, but it could affect the dollar very, very rapidly.
Notice in that clip before Jim Rickards fades to himself, he says, I'm not talking about Bitcoin. So clearly, he understands this new financial system is going to be affected by a cryptocurrency, XRP being the main focus here. And I'm not sure what this gentleman's name here is, but he's basically explaining XRP with regards to the BRICS nations creating new systems, circumventing sanctions from the United States. SWIFT, ACH, SEPA, all those systems are going to be obsolete. And if they're not, and they're still being used, they need to have plugins, APIs, so that they can leverage DLT technology, the technology that is going to change the face of finance. So this is why we have the ISO 20022 standard now, why we're seeing a lot of these banks and financial institutions integrate, with these new technologies. And if we want to be on top, we have a lot of work to do still, but I do want to show you guys this U.S. presence in internet and blockchain. Okay, this was a great little chart here brought to us by Smoke on Twitter. This chart highlights the presence of the United States among internet companies versus the current presence of the United States amongst blockchain protocols. So comparing internet companies with blockchain protocols, okay, the US dominates in internet company market cap, but has a much smaller share of the blockchain protocols market cap. This contrast is telling us, it shows us how the US has lagged behind other countries regarding blockchain. So we got to think about it in those terms, okay? Look at this for a second. I'm just going to show you guys this here. So internet companies, look at all the American internet companies that came out of the dot-com boom. And this was under a regime of positive regulation. We also have some Chinese companies, though, like Tencent, Alibaba, Meituan, Pinduoduo, and Jingdong Mall. I've never heard of some of these companies here, but the American companies make up about 78% of that market cap, whereas China represents about 22%. Now look at it vis-a-vis blockchain protocols. Bitcoin is global. That's taken up the lion's share here. But then you look at Ethereum, okay? From Switzerland, Binance is located in Dubai. XRP in the USA, this is the one here that we have on the list of the top 15 at least, that is American. Dogecoin is from Sweden. Cardano set up in Switzerland, Polygon in India, Polkadot in Switzerland, Litecoin in Singapore. Shiba Inu is also a global cryptocurrency. Tron, Singapore. Solana is actually in the USA, and Uniswap also in the USA. Avalanche in Singapore, and Chainlink is global. Obviously, Ripple's XRP takes up the lion's share, even more so than Solana and Uniswap combined. But the United States only represents about $28 billion of market cap compared to the rest of the world. So that represents only about 5%. So you're seeing how the United States is lagging behind. However, XRP's position underscores its role in pushing U.S. crypto influence in a predominantly global market. Just as internet companies like Alphabet and Amazon have revolutionized digital connectivity and commerce, blockchain protocols like XRP are poised to transform financial systems and digital transactions. The internet revolution brought about significant changes in communication and business operations. Similarly, blockchain technology is set to bring about a new wave of innovation in financial and data systems, with protocols like XRP to lead the charge. The image emphasizes the importance of U.S. companies in both internet and blockchain sectors. While the U.S. has a dominant presence in internet companies, its role in blockchain is still emerging, with XRP being a notable leader. So that at least is the positive thing about this, I guess we could say. XRP and Ripple, the leader of the pack when it comes to the United States, although not a lot of dominance here when it comes to market share, when it comes to these, these financial technologies that are going to change the world. However, this does set the stage for potential growth and adoption of blockchain technologies, paralleling the internet's impact on global connectivity and commerce. So there you have it, guys. Ripple and XRP, one of the top in terms of blockchain dominance. However, it is still a small piece of the pie, only 5%. Compared to what's going on with regards to the rest of the world. I guess the positive news here is that it's not like, one country holds the remaining 95%. This is going to be a global phenomenon. Of course, the United States wants a larger piece of this pie. Also, some positive news here is that XRP has remained in the top 20 cryptocurrencies across all cycles. Back in 2017 at the peak, we did see XRP in number 2. In 2021, it was in number 6. And today, guys, XRP is standing at number 5. So all this, to me, is very positive. I mean, even just looking at the 2021 peak, knowing that we were mired in a lawsuit, XRP was at the peak of the market in number 6, and we're not even at the peak yet, and we are already at number 5. So the price of XRP, I think today has the potential to move up even higher than it did back in 2021. But that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.